Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one, too, and all in between. This is for the absolute good God and truth of your lives, only crossing bigger and better, alive and well forever. The state of one more positive than negative is the only light, joy, warmth, good God, or truth, holy with spirit, all will ever know or be. It's the only state all in body, atom, matter, evolved is stated good as the truth of God, their shape, form, and mass, only crossing bigger and better than all negativity. With the buildings, trees, you, me, everybody of everything, creation applied one to the here and now existence of all God, truth, reality check. It's the substance, durability, and solidness. It is the value and volume of all you see, hear, taste, touch, smell, say, and do. Of all solid, liquid, gas, plasma of the here and now of you. And it is the absolute bigger, better here and now than all negativity. The state of one more positive than negative is the only state all miracles happen in, all prayers are answered in, all dreams come true in, and it is the only heavenly abode or paradise you will ever know or be in, to the good God and truth of your shape, form, and mass, only crossing bigger and better than all negativity. If Adam in the beginning would have crossed Eve back only one more positive than all nutty, fruity, bushwhacking negativity that had them hallucinating that things cross bad, evil, and sinful, that's all Cain and Abel would be, and that's all God, truth, reality check would be. Plug in your lives. If you plug a plug into a wall, right, the male positive adapter of that plug better outweigh any female negativity of that plug, right? Because if not, you could possibly burn your house down or not have enough energy for anything to sustain. You are half male and you are half female. Only cross more positive with the male energy of you, bigger and better than all female deficient matter of negativity. All creation of existence is made of atom matter evolved. And no matter if it's one atom or a mountain of atoms, as long as this atom matter evolved is stated good as the truth of its shape, form, and mass, only one more positive than negative. The only way you can add up, stay, or be good is truth, right? It is stated the absolute bigger and better than all negativity and cannot be destroyed. And that's by the physics and laws of all known matter, creation of existence of mankind, of all God, truth, reality check. Okay, inside all these atoms are protons and neutrons, okay? And on the outside of the atom is the electron field. Everything that isn't you, right, puts off energy. And depending on your polarity is depending on how you absorb that energy to the good truth of your shape, form, and mass, or the good for nothing truth of your shape, form, and mass by the substance, durability, and solidness of it. If the energy is more positive to you, it states you good as truth, bigger and better than all negativity of it. And if not, it's just negative to the good truth of you being more positive than that, bigger and better than all negativity of it. Inside all atoms, creation of existence is protons and neutrons. And depending on what they are is depending on how many protons and neutrons they have inside of them, okay? What kind of atoms they are, okay? And how they're evolved to the pyramidical table of them. Periodic table of them, okay? But just speaking for a man and a woman, inside each of your atoms are protons and neutrons. Now, the protons are 2 up quarks, 1 down quark, and the neutrons are 2 down quarks, 1 up quark. Now, these two energies and matters are totally opposite polarities of each other, and they do cancel each other out. Meaning if the proton is more positive than anything negatively neutronic about you, right, it states you good as truth. The only way you can add up, stay, or be good as truth is more positive than negative. But if not, right? It states you negative of being more positive to be good as truth, just negative with the negativity of you to the reality check of your neutronic matter not being more positive and protonic. Now, if you're a man or a woman, the only way you can cross negative with negativity is through the faith of you. And again, all faith is less than what is good as truth, or we'd all be good as truth for our faith, including Adam and Eve and all God, truth, reality check of them since then. But no faith is good as truth, only absolutely more positive than negative for you. And it states a lie that things cross bad, evil, and sinful, an unevolved articulation to the reality check of negativity and the neutrons, the female part of all things matter, creation of existence that isn't more male, positive, and protonic. Okay? And whenever you crisscross with faith, it's a snake of negative energy on the neutron. If it's no good as truth, right? Always more positive than negative, it's just negative of it. Okay? And it snakes the neutron negatively, right? Stating that things cross bad, evil, and sinful. Okay? And what happens is when you crisscross negative with negativity, it's the she, he shafting devil of all things creation of existence. If the sun didn't shine more positive and protonic on the earth, more positive and protonic than anything negatively neutronic about it, no life as we know it could exist. If you don't shine more positive, male to the good truth of your matter, right, then your life can't keep existing because you're in a state of neutronic decay and disintegration to the reality of your matter. Now, the protons is the positive energy, the good God and truth of all things creation of existence. As far as bonding atom matter evolved goes, it's the solidifier of all things good as truth, only to an absolute bigger, better here and now of them. If it's a man or a woman, it's alive and well. And the neutron isn't neutral. It's the soul of you and it's the matter of you. And it's always in a state of decay and disintegration without being overwhelmed, more positive and protonic male than any female negativity, neutronic negativity about it. Okay? And on the outside of an atom, if a neutron isn't overwhelmed, more positive than negative, right? More protonic, it's the neutral nothing. That neutron is in a negative state of decay and disintegration neutronically with its energy crisscrossing to one nothing of it here and now. In a neutron star, it turns into a pulsar when it's not more protonically overwhelmed with positive energy than negatively neutronic energy. And it pulsates back and forth till its matter can't sustain it, and it collapses into a black hole abyss of it, just infinitely negative of it, to the one nothing of it here and now forevermore. And this is what you do with your body when you crisscross with faith. It's a snake on the neutron, okay? And it causes that neutron to become unstable, negative with negativity. And it's the she, he shafting devil of all things. And as you hallucinate that you've crisscrossed bad, evil, and sinful, nutty, and fruity, right, as a bushwhack on your matter over a volume of time and extremes, your matter cannot sustain that, and you collapse into a black hole abyss of you, just infinitely negative of you here and now, with the devil's hells of you forevermore. And just like I've said in other videos, right, you could tell an animal, right, no, bad, sit, stay, lay, right? Good boy, bad boy. An animal will comprehend that. They will comprehend the feelings of that. But that animal will never be able to go do more positive than anything negative about it to state it good as truth to the absolute bigger, better here and now of you. And when you function to faith and you have a less gnosis, a less knowledge, a no good knowledge is truth, a no good gnosis is truth, right? This is how you're functioning. You're living and dying like an animal, because you don't know that everything bad, evil, or sinful about you is just negative to the good truth of you. And see, depending on how the negativity hits the neutron, right, either it's it's too much energy and it causes the neutron to turn into a proton and you're burning out, or right, it's not enough energy to sustain your body and life. And this is what faith does to you, okay? Because you cannot regulate yourself good as truth, and your shape, form, and mass is only expressed here and now, more positive than any negativity that would not have it here and now to keep you good as truth here and now, right? When you crisscross with faith, you're not regulated right. So you're always negatively deficient to a good regulation as truth with your faith. So no matter how good of a life you may appear to have, you could say, well, he was a good man. It's a sad thing that he died, right? Or how bad of a person you were. Oh, he was so bad. It's a good thing that he died out because the whole world's blessed for him. Well, here's the thing about it, right? The good of you isn't good and the bad of you isn't bad, okay? To be more positive than negative is the only good truth of you, right? It's the only way you could add up, stay, or be good as truth. And the bad of you is just negatively deficient of being good as truth, more positive than negative. So no matter how good you are faithfully, right? Your good faith is as truth. It's always a gamble and a crapshoot on your life lasting because, again, you are not regulated to the good God and truth, the absolute bigger and better of you, only here and now, more positive than negative. And like I said at the beginning, if you plug a plug into the wall and the male doesn't overwhelm the female, the positive energy doesn't overwhelm anything negative about the matter of that plug, right? You could either possibly burn your house down with too much energy or you won't have enough energy to sustain. And it's the same way on your neutrons. And it's the same way with your life when you crisscross with faith, because all faith is negatively deficient of only being one more positive than negative, always to keep you good as truth. You hear me? And you are only prescribed here and now to the substance, durability, and solidness of you, the volume and volume of you, more positive than anything negative that would not have you here good as the truth of God of your shape, form, and mass to the here and now of reality check. And if you don't always do more positive than negative, right, to keep yourself good as truth, eventually you will come up negatively deficient of it, and you will collapse your life and your matter into a black hole abyss. And it does not matter how good somebody in a faithful world thinks you are, because in reality check, right, that good is good for nothing of you, because the reality check of your shape, form, and mass is no longer being expressed here and now for it. Okay, it's the good truth of nothing of you. In the same black hole abyss that anybody bad you think's going to hell for, you just went to, right? With the devilish hells of you, because you can't die out only one way. And that one way is negative to what is good as truth of your shape, form, and mass, only crossing more positive to an absolute bigger and better than that negativity to keep you here and now. And like I said, right, the here and now of you, more positive than negative, is the only state all in body and matter is stated good to the truth of God, their shape, form, mass, only crossing to an absolute bigger, better here and now of them, alive and well. And it's the only state that all dreams come true in, all miracles happen in, all prayers are answered in. It's the only heavenly abode in paradise you will ever be in within reality check of your shape, form, mass, the embodiment and matter you are of the here and now reality check. All else is just negatively deficient of it, and it is a black hole abyss on your holy existence. That is the afterlife of you. If you die, right, you're only dying out negatively deficient of being more positive and good to keep you here and now alive and well with your flesh in the game. And that is a fact of God check from the full thief man, God King, 3 times male, Adamas man of all I am, King Adamas of all, God, truth, reality check I am. Peace.